Hey Siri, you know what? I'm really feeling this episode, and I shouldn't have said that. Speaker's like, hey, you want to play some music? No, it's not time to play music because you know what time it is. It's time for Unfiltered Brew with the Helical Brew crew here on whatever day. Don't know. Mystery time, mystery day. Airlines are dying, cloud storage is screaming, and somehow Chili's baby back rib still lives rent-free in our heads. This is episode 44 of Unfiltered Brew. It's time for the Helical Brew with Sura and I. We're going to do a little unfiltered brew, and boy, do we have some good stuff to talk about. Before I get into that, though, we've got our podcast and we've got our YouTube channel. So if you're curious about how you stumbled upon us, you can always click on the channel button or, put it in your browser and like, share, and of course, subscribe to Helical Brew at Helical Brew YouTube. And you can get all of our shorts and episodes, which we always run shorts the week before we publish an episode, as we'll do with this one. And Sarah, what's going on?
I just want to tell the audience how I got segregated. I did a recording before this recording, and Mike sent me to the corner because I used
segregated
hammer time language.
All I did was I just organized the episode, basically said, all right, we'll do a recording.
I feel like I need a dunce
with
cap.
An intro.
Bad Sura.
Oh, the kidney shots are on the way. Stand by, dispatch. I need you to send a kidney shot straight to Mike. Boom. Ouch.
Ouch.
I think all it was is just organization here on the Riverside, and with as with anything in the cloud, I mean it's always ahead of the game. It's always got our recordings ready to go. In fact, I'm kind of wondering, when do we run out? Like, we've got, a lot of episodes up there, of gigabytes. When we download them, they're in the gigabytes range. So I don't know. It's hard to believe still, even in the last 10 years that cloud storage has gone from, oh no, we only give you, 2 gigabytes of cloud storage to, whatever, no big deal. Somebody's paying
for it. Yeah.
We are paid for it. That's true. And we're also doing these supplemental Google Drive.
Oh, I tried to turn that off and edit and upload an episode. It yelled at me. It was like, you are banned. Just the red banner. Does not work.
You do not have enough storage to do anything. In fact,
good luck to you.
I think the standard storage is 2 or 5 gigabytes, something like that. That's not even enough for one episode
now, right?
But
standard. Yeah.
Unpaid.
Yeah, unpaid. Yeah.
The freebie storage is like, we're done with one episode, I think. We discovered that very quickly.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, so I had a fun experience on my way back to Reno. I happened to be landing in Denver, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, the computers are down. We can't calculate weight and balance on any aircraft here in Denver." Well, of course, the FAA said, "Nah, you can't you can't take any planes off. How about that?" And
wait, from Chicago and then Denver?
Well, incoming to Denver, yeah. So it had nothing to do with where you're coming from. It's just when we landed, the problem was with the computer system. It actually made the news. Fox News and NBC, ABC, it hit the news line. We saw it on the TV as we were in the middle of it, and we're like, that could be a problem.
That just a little bit, yeah.
And they were doing everything they could to get people out of there because they could see the hotel bill racking up. They're thinking it. They're like, it's less expensive to pay a bunch of people, gate agents, to stay longer. And since they're not like pilots or crew, they don't have to worry about the rest factor, I don't think. So they just paid them to stay in the airport till 3, 4 in the morning and sort out as many planes as they could get to take off.
Wait, but that didn't mean that you were there till 3 or 4 in the morning, right?
I wasn't there till 3 or 4 in the morning. I left at a flight that was originally supposed to get into Reno at 8 o'clock, got into Reno at 2:30 in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very nice. Thank you, United, for making the news once again. And I'm glad to be a part of your news cycle and the United experience.
I'd like to say I stopped flying anything but Southwest since 2018 because of all this Delta United shenanigans. not only are the like airplanes older, but like they charge for everything, and then they have all these like crazy stupid delays. Southwest is tried and true. They let you be your natural self and pick your own seats.
I got
I don't
news
even
for
care.
you, though.
I trashed my rewards points. I was like, whatever.
So I got news for you, though. Bad news.
Don't give me the news. Don't
Southwest got bought
do
by
it.
a private equity firm, and what do? They started doing assigned seating, and get this, charging for baggage. So
Shut up.
I am not kidding. I am not
Their
kidding.
whole selling point was bags fly free.
Oh, yeah. No, I remember it quite well. I've been flying it since I was in college in '94.
Wait, when did they do this? I just flew Southwest.
So they haven't implemented everything yet, but they are. If you look on their website, there is a cut-in date for assigned seats, and there is a cut-in date for, I believe the baggage thing's already started. So if you get the cheapest fare, baggage is not included. If you get the most expensive fare, the business select, as they call it, bags are included. So they are including things and premier
what is
seating.
The world coming to? You can't even get your bags to fly free. This is so sad.
I'm sure Herb Kelleher, the founder of Southwest, is like twisting around in his God rest his soul. Herb was I met Herb actually. I was lucky to meet him twice as a passenger, because he would hop on planes in Dallas randomly and be entertainment out in the gate area. So I totally a fan. And the reason why they have wild turkey as an option for a mixed drink or a hard alcohol on Southwest is because that's Herb Kelleher's, or was his, favorite beverage. So
well, I'm glad you said that, because I never ordered drinks, so I wouldn't have known that at all. That's cool.
Yeah, the wild turkey on the menu that's Herb all the way, because I've never seen wild turkey.
Do people order drinks? Do you order drinks? Like, what?
Every
Tell
once
me
in a while.
this. What is the deal with wanting to drink on an airline? Like, what does it do for you? Usually, I'm a social drinker, right? I only drink if I'm at a party, and that's because everybody else is drinking, and to be around crazy drunk people is not fun when you're sober. So just take the edge off so I don't like snap at them when they're being crazy drunk. I drink a little. But I just don't understand being in the air at like however many feet or thousands and whatever. Why would you drink and just be stuck in your chair?
Yeah, I think it's a great question, and I think it all it's just what you said, but for a different reason. It's taking the edge off. I think deep down, more than they show it, a lot of folks that fly, whether it's routine or not, it's an unbalanced kind of situation, right? I mean, the whole airport's kind of this unbalanced thing.
The edge
like,
off?
hurry up and wait. That's the spirit of an airport. And you get on the plane and you're like, you're going to be in this flying Tylenol for however many hours, and you're sitting in the seat. And for some people, I think they just want to, chill a little bit, and they get one beverage to, like you said, take the edge off and relax them a little bit, because a lot of people just can't sleep on the plane. But with a little, as they said in, what was the guy in Trailer Park Boys, the Canadian show that is still around. But Jim Leahy, the trailer park supervisor character, anyway, he was drunk, right? He was constantly drunk. He's like, I just need a little drinky poo. It was always, that was, I think inside people were saying, I just need a little drinky poo. Maybe they're not hammering them down. Now, I have sat next to a guy who got a double of wild turkey. This is at 10 in the morning. Wasn't me. Guy next to me. He got a double wild turkey and then another one within 30 minutes. That's 4 wild turkeys.
I've sat next to people that just down it. And it might be that I'm just like, I come from a dry country. I didn't grow up with people drinking or beers in the fridge or anything. So it's always just like, it doesn't do anything for me except make me feel ill and off kilter. Like, I don't know if I don't digest it well or whatever, but I just don't get it. Like, even a Coke is hard.
One beer, though, I mean, it's kind of relaxing to enjoy a beer with somebody, right? I mean, no, not at all. Like the beer we had at the Marriott in San Diego is like.
Did you notice I didn't finish it?
Oh, that's true. You didn't finish it. Oh, whatever.
Social drinker.
It's just not.
I don't want to be ostracized by the drinkers, but it doesn't do anything for me.
Ostracized by the drinkers. Okay.
I know. You are officially banned from this function.
I think no. I mean, look, it's it was part of the college experience when I went to college, but like after that. It's more of just a social thing and getting together with folks. But airplanes
some people do that
interesting.
when they get home, right? They grab a beer. and
The
sit in
guy
front
I
of
was
the TV.
sitting next to, that's true. Yeah, sitting next to the TV. I mean, it's been part of a lot
But
of
now you're in the
cultures.
air.
Now you're in the air. Exactly. Well, the guy next to me, I don't think they were going to let him on the plane. I pulled up to get some. The only seat that was available was at the bar, and so I decided to get some dinner at the seat, using that seat. And the guy next to me was just like gone. And I was like, the guy next to him on the other side was like, "Hey, what do you bet they won't let him on the plane?"
Ooh. Do they
He's
do
that
that if
bad.
you're too drunk?
Oh yeah, I mean, of course, it's
Wow.
not. This guy was so incoherent to just basic things that were being said to him. He would probably have a hard time just like boarding pass, boarding pass. Yeah. I mean, he was that far gone. I had to
feel
repeat
like
myself
though
multiple
the
times.
airlines don't give a crap because like I think I had strep throat with 104 fever and I was trying to get them to like reschedule me because I felt so bad and they're like, no, we won't. You'll have to pay extra. I'm like, so you
Yeah,
want me to get on the plane, get everybody sick, or pay extra? And they're like, yeah. It's like, all right. And this was before everybody wore face masks, you know?
yeah. I don't think that's gonna meet. That's gonna hit their radar like somebody
A
who's
drunk
like
person.
sideways on alcohol is gonna hit them. Yeah. I mean, it's not healthy. I've sat next to people that got on that were lit, and it's obnoxious. It really is obnoxious. Like nobody wants to be around that. I mean, just think of that drunk friend in college or whatever. You're like, oh. Back then it was like, oh, not that big of a deal. But I mean, I'm an adult. I don't want to be
I'm
around
an adult,
that.
I promise.
Like either learn how to deal with your stuff or just don't do it. Like don't use that. Like what are you doing? So
Drink responsibly.
yeah, these are the people that need to heed that advice. Like majorly.
Well, I'm sorry that was a bad experience. What's up with Denver? What's
No,
going
it's just
on?
it was just a silly. I just saw all the business models in play. I'm thinking like an investor. I'm thinking like an executive. I'm thinking like all the pieces of United coming together at once. You could see that maximizing bottom line, even though their computer system went completely sideways to the point where the FAA pulled the plug.
Oh, wow.
Like when the government pulls the plug, they're like, "Sorry, the old
Do you
pen
think
and
it was
paper
like
is
hacked?
not allowed."
Or what could
You
it
never
have
know,
been?
and we'll probably never know for those outside the space. But that was a solid 12 hours of kind of messing around that screwed up the next 24 to 48 hours
Yeah.
in flights.
And God forbid, like potentially scrambling flight paths. Like that could have been really bad.
Oh yeah, because these things all happen at scale. You remember Southwest Airlines was investigated by the
Yeah.
FAA after their reservation system meltdown or whatever ticketing system meltdown. But these things, I can remember like walking, kind of getting an angle behind the computer, as I'm hanging around at the airport, and I see like Sabre, like back in the day, they would use the Sabre tool. It's like they had a monopoly on all reservation systems within the airlines. Here we are in the age of Windows, well into the age of Windows. And what are they using? They're using a Telnet logged in text prompted,
Oh my God.
raster scan of ASCII characters interface.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's just like built to be antiquated, the whole thing. They finally got out of that. And I bet you the back end of what they're currently using today is still the same engine. They just put a facade of Windows and things like that on it. So
Yep. Just trusting those guys to throw us up in the air.
yeah, well, thank goodness the reservation system's not involved in keeping the plane airborne. But the weight and balance system, well, that's important.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, type in aircraft with weight and balance on takeoff and look at the outcome. Not a problem. They almost all don't make it. So, yeah.
Well, at least you're back safe in Reno now.
Yeah, back in Reno where it's fine 100 degrees here.
Dude, it was 100 in San Diego today.
What?
Yeah. I mean, inland.
Okay, inland, yeah. I
Yeah.
could see
My
that.
AC just won't stop. It's been going all day.
The Poway, all the. It doesn't take far to get like a hot in San Diego. Like you go 10 miles inland and you're.
Yeah. I mean, it's the desert, right?
That's true. It is the desert. It's not
My
that
poor
far to go.
dogs, they're just like as low to the floor as they can be. It's just like, I wish they could take off their coats the way we take off clothes to stay cool, you know?
That is the one side effect of having third floor bedrooms is you really have to. I have this patio door with a, in the master bedroom. I need to, or the primary bedroom, the modern term, where you have to.
Primary bedroom? Are you a real estate agent now?
I know. Well, that
Primary
the
bedroom.
thing is, in the brochure, they're using the old terminology, but in I know people that list houses, and they're like, no, that's the new terminology, and all this. That it's. I get it.
Politically correct.
You have to open that door, and you can feel the heat.
Yeah. It used to be that when I lived by the beach, you open a window and you can cool down your room. Now it's like if you want to heat the house, you open a window.
Yeah, in our desert areas. I'm in the high desert. I mean, it might be 5,000 feet altitude here, but it doesn't matter. It just means you're closer to the sun.
High desert.
High desert. South Park.
No, your Tally voice.
Tally
is on
voice.
Point. Yeah.
Hey, Tally, what's going on? Tally, go away. Yeah. But anyway, that is the airline industry in a nutshell. And and then we have our also fun experiences sometimes with neighbors. I don't have any issues with neighbors. My neighbors are cool. No issues. Occasionally trash gets left out.
Did you say you watched a real life drama the other day? Maybe no neighbor issues, but there are issues around you.
That was a funny one. It's like, it's
because you have a Ring camera now, right?
Oh, I have a Google,
Google
doorbell camera, and I just Ring. I guess they all do the same thing. What is Ring connected to? Is that Amazon?
I don't know.
They all seem like they get bought. Nest was bought by Google, but that was originally a different company.
Isn't Nest and Ring the same company? I don't know.
No, Nest was started by, and don't ask me why I know this. Nest was started by the creator of the iPod, and he left Apple long time ago. Helped found Nest, and their first product was a thermostat. I don't know if you remember the Nest, sort of a round dial.
Yeah, my mom has it. Yeah,
my mom still has 2 of the original Nests, and
my mom too. Yeah,
they still update. They still work with modern. I'm amazed because that thing is going on 20 years old in their house, and I just trying to think of a tech product that can go 20 years and not be obsoleted on your wall. So I'm so impressed with Nest as far as that's concerned. But I bought into the Nest system, and I had to get creative with the doorbell camera because it's not like didn't make sense to mount it where the doorbell is. So I put a planter and went to the Home Depot and got a painted fence post and drilled it and created a spot for it to go. Yeah, so I just
inventive.
Yeah, I also get to the right height, so it was a better height because so many of the doorbell things. Well, you can imagine for me at 6'8", right? It's like, well, geez, hold on, let me ring the doorbell. Can you imagine
walking to your house and the Nest camera's like right here?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, when somebody says, "Mike, where are the cups?" Oh, right.
Meanwhile, I'm 5'4", so if anything is above me in a shelf, it's like it doesn't exist. I don't find it for years.
It's like where you put the dishes you never use.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, there's a salad dish.
Oh, I remember when I used that. Don't remember when, but yeah,
that's a play on the fact that I don't actually eat a lot of salad.
Yeah. I bought like gigantic bowls during COVID. That's the first time I started eating a lot of salads, and I still do. COVID had some good things. I improved my home diet. It's part of that.
Because you were stuck at home. You're never at home that long until COVID hits.
Are there a lot of dogs and cats in your neighborhood, would you say?
So many. Yeah. And it's really hard because I have puppies, right? They just turned 8 months, so they're constantly like lunging at everything, and I'm always like spraying them to behave and leave it alone. But like,
is that your behavioral training system? Is spray?
Well, there's a lot of people that use like the shock collars and
Yeah.
commands and stuff. Commands aren't working. I feel bad putting shock collars on little babies. So I went to like this
Oh.
adoption event where I got them from. I was like volunteering, and she was like, "Oh yeah, use a water bottle. It'll straighten things right up." And like it gets their attention and it doesn't hurt them.
Yeah. It's just like, what's this wet stuff on my face? What kind of puppies are they again?
One is a French Bulldog Terrier, and the other one is a Labrador Terrier. I haven't done the
Okay.
DNA test yet, so these are all like theoretical.
Ah, okay. They have like a 23andMe for dogs kind of thing.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not by 23andMe, but there's a bunch of products on Amazon to like. I guess this is the thing where people want to know the DNA of their dogs.
Sure. Well,
Because
I mean,
dogs aren't a
some.
thing in my culture either. Like, we don't actually have animals in the house. It's like considered like unclean or
Well, you've
whatever.
welcomed pets, you've welcomed animals in your house. Now,
So this novel,
well,
though, that you DNA them, like you're so interested.
yeah, you can welcome a beer. I'm messing with you.
No, beer just hurts my tummy. The puppies don't hurt
Oh,
my tummy.
yeah, I don't. Based on
Maybe
the,
from our friends at Helix Brewing.
it was an awesome experience. It's in a good spot, I have to say. They're right by the freeway, and it's kind of a cool old building that they've set up there. So one of these days we'll make it out there. I think a San Diego trip is
We
well,
should
it's in the
wear the
works.
shirts you got us and the hats, our hats. And then that way we can say, hey, we support you. You should support us.
Well, yeah, we could. So you and I'll bring the shirt down. You and I can walk in there with a hat and shirt. I don't have the shirt that you have. I like your shirt better. It's got the
They have your
haze
size.
for horses now. I mean, I got the last of the last. It was that beer, um, or that whatever that theme that kind of phased out. It was limited edition. That's how to think about it. It's limited edition.
So nice.
Haze for
Mike goes out of
horses.
his way to get his co-host limited edition shirts.
Hey, you know, I think we all got the feels.
I'm just a good guy.
If you come across something cool, it's always appreciated. But yeah, so we'll have to go down there and make the long journey. That's definitely out of the way. I mean, yeah, I was over by the airport. It was still out of the way for that.
Yeah.
You're kind of in the way of it's like a lot of traffic. It's like north-south traffic that I ran into. But I got an Orange County trip coming up, so I'll probably do it through San Diego because it's just easy to go check in with friends while in San Diego. And I haven't really done a lot of business in Orange County since I've been focusing on biotech. It's
Mm,
not it's not as biotechy
yeah. Yeah.
as San Diego, but as my breweries.
I mean, to be fair, San Diego is not as biotechy as San Diego lately.
San Diego in which era, right?
I know. I'm glad we're getting Ian and Chris on from Biomed Recruiting
Oh, that's
to
gonna
give
be
us
cool.
a mid-year update on how the job market is. Because I gotta tell you, I'm not seeing an upswing very much. The
Right.
jobs that I'm reposting for LinkedIn and for people still looking are mostly East Coast still.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be cool. We'll be talking jobs, which I'm sure a lot of folks want to hear about, and hiring and all the insights there. But we'll also have our first two-guester, which will be fun.
Two guester, two hosters.
Two guests, two hosts. What's going to happen? Tune in to Helical
Ow.
Brew. Go into the future. The future of your career starts here on the Helical Brew.
I like that voiceover.
You like that?
I was anticipating a ready to roll.
Oh, no. That's copyright. I'm not getting into that. In fact, you might want to strike that one because that one is famously copyrighted. The guy that does that is the guy that owns that, who's the guy that does that. So I don't, just that's
Hopefully, we're far enough along in our podcast recording that they won't catch it.
right. Well, it's like Al Roker, right, from today's shows. I mean, I've been watching Al Roker, especially when I go over to my folks' house, and my dad would always have the Today Show on, just sort of background. But there's Al Roker, and when streaming came along, I think I just watched less of morning television. But every once in a while, I'll catch it, and be like, there he is, and nobody says, that's what's happening in your part of the world or your part of the country. Here's what's happening. Oh, no, that's what's happening across the country. Sorry. Here's what's happening in your, not going to say it, of the woods. Right. He
Oh,
was
oh, 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 oh. Uh-huh.
right,
Uh-huh.
right. So
Uh-huh.
there's the line, and his co or there's other hosts that will do the weather sometimes on that show. They never use that same statement, even though they're on NBC, same show. It's like you don't mess with the catchphrase, I guess, in Hollywood.
Trademarks.
The trademarks. Let's get ready. Don't do it. Can't afford the copyright. Well, I
Luckily,
remember.
my voice isn't as good as yours, so they probably don't care how many times I say it.
Yeah, somebody asked me to do one that I did a long time ago. You remember Chili's baby back ribs? You
Oh, I
remember?
had the song.
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's baby back ribs. Chili's baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce.
How are you not getting like money hand over fist with your voiceover acting? You're just so good at it.
I don't know. Maybe this will be my breakout.
You're like,
Barbecue
please see my portfolio, episode number on Helical Brew.
Yeah, my family member would say, "Do the barbecue sauce. Do it."
Do it, do it, do it, do it.
Barbecue sauce. Or a Chewbacca.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think he actually understood him when he was talking to him?
I don't know, but he did a damn good job of making it look like there was something going on there. He'd be like,
Yeah.
and Seth Green of Robot Chicken made a great spoof on it too.
Oh yeah, I loved that Star Wars Robot Chicken parody. That was awesome.
And he goes, "Oh, I know, Chewie. Oh, that I didn't know." That's the kind of stuff that's the kind of stuff they would do on Robot Chicken. It's just, yeah, anyone who grew up with that movie was just all, I mean, game on. It was on.
Game on.
Game on. Speaking of games. Oh, yeah. Big mic
Oh,
drop.
I know
coming
it's
in.
coming. I know it's
Oh,
coming.
Oh, you know it's coming. It's Call of Duty Season 5 in the house. And, you know, a lot of very few of the rumors came true. Like they did not like reset Verdant or like come up with a new map. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing right now. But I don't think I don't think it was realistic to expect like massive changes with a season update. There's typically 6 seasons per Call of Duty, and yeah, this one was just another excuse to charge you $29.99.
So what did they update? Because a lot of our viewers commented on our last short, you know, about Warzone and other things we were talking about. What was the update with season 5?
Well, they are, you know, taking the storyline in a different direction. They kind of have some footage, cutscenes, you know, in CIA headquarters in Langley and stuff like that. So it's not so like crazy, like a, you know, like this crazy criminal breaking out of prison as the intro cutscene for the last couple seasons. Now it's more, you know, on the good guy side, if you will, or if there is a good guy in Call of Duty. But
You know, I'm
yeah,
just gonna pay $29.99 just to see the difference, even if it's like not even worth it.
well, I mean, that would be great. I mean, you know, just get that PS5, play some online gaming with a, you know, you can hop on.
You gotta out me every episode. Dang
Well,
it.
I mean, yeah, it's like
The pressure is real.
yeah, I'm gonna out you every episode.
Until I get the game, and then I'm gonna stream myself beating you on it. Oh.
Ooh, I like. Okay, all right. Bring back the Sura, the gamer Sura. We all know he's actually sold characters for money. But, you know.
Hey. That'd be fun though. We should stream that. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just total entertainment now, especially with the casual match system.
Mm-hmm.
So they've what they're doing with the casual match system is instead of doing like 100 and something players of just raw, you know, real players that are a lot of them good, and you just like find yourself on the doorstep, you know, waiting for the next game to start because you're already waxed. The casual adds some bots in there that are a little bit easier to deal with, filtered into the real players, so your survivability goes up, and I think that's definitely made the game a bit more sticky.
Did you
for
say
people
axed?
Axed.
So you were
86th.
iced.
Iced. Yeah. Oft. Yeah. Yeah. Because that's, a short game is not a way to get like new people involved in the game. I think that's if you start, wait, 2 minutes for the game to start, and then you last 50 seconds. It's like, I'm never playing this again.
Are you still like hearing a bunch of people talking within the team and at other teams?
Yeah, I found more and more if I put my comms on, I'll get more of that interaction, especially on the weekend games. Yeah, because I'll like to cut in like 7 p.m. after work or something like
Yeah.
that. But
I know
that's
it's an unpopular opinion, but the profanity in those rooms is just ridiculous.
well, what I do is I cut the lobbies. So I don't think
Yeah,
there's a
I
lot
cut
of
the
people
lobbies.
participating in lobbies. But once I'm in a team's maximum 4 people, it's fine.
But you play with
I haven't
people you
too many
know,
issues.
right?
Sometimes I'm playing with people I know, but even people that are strangers. There's a couple people I played with before I went on this last trip in the evenings that were great. We actually reconnected, exchanged info on
Maybe
online
I
so we could.
found a window of time where a bunch of 12-year-olds were on because it was crazy when I was on.
Oh, it does get ridiculous. It's kind of yeah, and sometimes like for
I was like, my
multiplayer,
ears are bleeding.
yeah. Well, and it's also just ridiculous stuff. Like people live in their own little world sometimes in online gaming. Um, my nephew and I had a pastime for a little bit where we would watch rage quitting.
Mm,
Like there was rage quit videos on YouTube where
mhm.
like somebody's like pounding their keyboard into oblivion. Like, come on, man, it's a game, dude. What's up? Just take themselves too seriously in these games. But it's good. The weekend entertainment because they'll do these weekend XP doubler sessions and they keep it interesting. I think Battlefield is going to take on a lot of the Warzone players though, because that game looks really good now. They came out with a new Battlefield, and you can drive tanks and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, PS5 and P- Although the second gen PS5, I'm not as big a fan of because
Oh,
they made it
really?
smaller. Well, they
Oh,
made it smaller, and I don't think this affects. It's not the end of the world, but because it's smaller, the fan is smaller. Smaller
so it's
fans
not
make more
cooling.
noise.
Yeah,
They make more noise.
constantly running.
I mean, the original PS5 is massive. It's like the size of a
Hmm.
24-inch monitor. Like,
So you're saying I should try to find the original PS5?
yeah, they're popular because they're quiet. People like them. They're
Okay.
just, it's all solid state too. So there's no like hard drive to wear out unless somebody dropped it. It should be fun. Anyway, but that's what's going on there. And yeah, some the kind of L rigs are starting to get announced. For the end of the year, you got all these fall L rigs. So Boston's in October, San Diego's coming up in September. Did you see that one?
It did,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a bunch of also Bits and Bios event. They're having like a bunch of AI hackathons over the weekend, which is really cool. You can go and like do some AI with some fellow people with no experience at all and get lunch and hang out. There's
That's
one
cool.
coming up in San Francisco.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I am blown away at how many companies are popping up on the feeds. I'm going, what is that company all about? And I look it up.
AI.
Yeah, the AI modeling and a lot of what, John and Ingrid were talking about in our previous episodes. For those of you who'd like to go watch those episodes with John Conway or Ingrid Barbosa Farias, feel free. You can just go in our library on youtube.com/at Helical Brew.
Check out the AI playlist. I was just talking to someone at work about this. They're like, oh, you do a podcast? And I was like, yeah, we do a really fun podcast in science and the intersection of innovation and tech, right? And I was like, you should check out our AI playlist. It's just, when do you get so many brilliant people doing innovation and AI in one playlist together talking about all the cool things they're doing? Like, of
Exactly.
course, check it out.
The highlight reel was awesome. And, it gives you a little sample of all the different conversations we had along the way in our AI Thought Leader series, which I think, we'll revisit again, continue that series
Oh,
because
yeah. I'm always looking for guests for that. I mean, come on. There's so much to talk about.
totally conversations were so engaging there. And we're hearing about things for the first time. A lot of these companies are going after use cases that we had not heard of before. It's not like a technology jumping out of academia and going into industry. It's literally taking a technology that really has, been part of the computing industry and then bringing it into our space in application, which I feel like so much of it has had a big impact. Even if it's a small impact, the impact on the business side of things has already been pretty epic.
100%. It's like having a personal assistant in some of the things that you're doing. Any small bit of relief that you get in your day to day is worth it.
The cost of mistakes in our industry with these reagents and whatnot, and when you can mitigate whatever, pick your percentage of those, you're automatically saving. Now, of course, there's a cost that goes into developing the technology, but again, a lot of it's, I won't say universally useful. There are still a lot of customers out of the gate that can benefit from some just fundamental AI integration in the decision matrix. Simple stuff. It's like,
100%.
don't bother with this because there's a 99.999% chance that none of that's going to make any sense. So just don't blow the reagents on that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. And then with Ingrid's conversation about modeling, the molecular modeling, that's next level.
I just think, like, as an automation engineer or anything in the field, like, you always have to be learning and growing. Otherwise, you stagnate. And just because you're not going to be, like, all in on AI doesn't mean you shouldn't find out how you can use it in your field, right? Combine your passion for what you're doing with this new technology.
For sure. For sure. It's the barbecue sauce of our industry.
I thought you were going to say chilies.
Breaks those ribs,
Seriously, without barbecue sauce, why are you eating ribs? I mean,
dry ribs? No.
Maybe with a good rub.
Yeah, a good dry rub. I mean, I don't mind that. Dry rub. The country club up the hill has some pretty good dry rub.
Oh, do you go to the country club, Mike?
Yes, pardon me. May I have a pint of your revision beer and some dry ribs? Yes.
You sound like Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry. Oh, right.
Did you ever used to watch the Fry and Laurie show back in the day?
No.
They were hilarious. It was like this show that you could only get in the UK, and they were so funny. And so, like, I kind of grew up with them being on that show, and then to see Laurie, like, being, like, a doctor who's, like, serious more than half the time, and Stephen Fry doing all these, like, shows and movies. It's so crazy. Like, V for Vendetta, Stephen Fry was in that.
Okay. I'm always fascinated when you talk about your, growing up in your educational mix.
I was all over the place.
You went to school everywhere, like 3 different regions of the world, right? Yeah.
I'm a well-traveled Arab. Thank you very much.
And then, like, you were in London, right? You were in London proper?
We lived in Manchester, so...
Manchester U fan?
Ah, yes. My dad's team.
Ah, okay. Yeah. And then school in San Diego, all that.
Chicago, Wisconsin.
Jeez. Yeah. I went to high school in Texas and college in Texas.
Yeah, what's funny is I was in college at UCSD, and I'm a very innocent child, and we'd go to these parties with my friends, and people would be like very much trying to insult you, like, oh, you're in San Diego, you've never left San Diego, and I'm like, you know nothing about me, bro. Like,
right. Well, you must have acclimated very quickly because you sounded like total San Diegan, I guess, and they assumed that maybe. I don't know.
I think it's because, when you're quiet and sure of yourself, people get a little weird about how to approach you to rile you up.
Yeah. And you can like speak in 2 different dialects of Arabic, right? 2 different accents, I guess. You can put the spin on there.
Yeah, mostly it comes out a hybrid, but yes.
Yeah.
Because we also have a third dialect, which is just like the religious one, like that, the way you speak. That's that formal religious, what you hear over the speakers when they're doing prayer. That's way different.
Is that like High Arabic, like they say in High German, or is it something
It's like
that?
Formal Arabic.
Formal,
like most people,
okay.
Yeah, it's like when you're reading the Bible versus speaking English, right? Like it's a different kind of formal lingo that you're doing.
I see. Okay. Yeah, because in German they call it High German. It's not necessarily tied to religion, but it's just tied to how people from different German communities can communicate with each other,
Mm.
because when you get into Switzerland, that's still when you read it, it's still German, although they make up words in Swiss. Swiss German has its own words,
Mm.
but you don't necessarily need those words to still communicate. Like, chocolate is chocolate, but
Mm.
Shoggy is Swiss German for chocolate, right? So
Oh.
they have their own words, but it depends on how much business you do, really, at the end of the day, because you can switch it up to this high German and communicate with Austrians, Germans, so they can kind of stay there if they need to. But when they go back home, it's back to the Austrian Deutsch or Swiss Deutsch, or
Yeah, I didn't
which
know that about High German. That's so interesting.
yeah, because I've been with somebody who grew up in Hanover, which is the center of Germany. It's considered to be the most neutral accents in German. And we went to Basel, and I'm like, "Are you understanding any of this?" He goes, "I haven't understood a word."
Oh, wow.
It's the same language. He read everything,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
this was in Basel, where Basel Deutsch is pretty,
Yeah.
it's got a lot of
I
accent
I
to it.
bet it's the same in a lot of places, right? I mean, maybe in America we don't feel it very much because we can understand Texans, on a general scale, but like China's like that. Different provinces have different words and different ways of saying things with their accent that makes it incomprehensible to some people. Even in the Middle East, right? Like most of the shows are in, let's say, Egyptian. You can't understand Egyptian dialect right off the bat. They have words for
Oh,
things that we don't have, right? They call the same dish something totally different. But yeah, Arab shows are usually in Egyptian, or the good shows are Turkish. But yeah,
oh yeah, Turkey, right? And there's a lot of
in
Turkish
no way
in
I understand that. Yeah.
no, yeah.
That's not Arabic, that's Turkish, right?
That's Turkish, right? It's related, I guess, a little bit, maybe.
I don't
Or
think
no,
so. Because like Farsi at least uses
Farsi,
the same alphabet, but I don't
right?
understand it. It's like Spanish and English. I think Turkish is totally different alphabet
Okay.
too.
Oh, Farsi, the
Yeah,
Persian
asterisks. I am
Persian
not the
language.
expert here.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yes, but that's interesting. So you have conversations sometimes where you're like English and Arabic and
Yeah. My
other
mom is
dialect.
really
And,
good at it because she's well traveled in the Middle East. And if she speaks to Jordanian, her accent becomes Jordanian. And then she
wow.
switches it to like Kuwaiti to Iraqi. Like she can basically talk in whatever accent people are talking to her at. I
Yeah,
just keep my own accent and just
just hold
speak
it.
at them. Like, you just got to get it. Come on, let's go.
You'll get there. Just work
It
with it.
changes as you talk more, but like she could do it right out of the gate.
Yeah. Well, we're also humans naturally mirror cadence.
That's true.
You'll mirror the cadence. So when I'm speaking with a native, even though it's in English, when I'm speaking with somebody, a native German speaker or a native French speaker or a Latin language like Spanish, I will begin to enter their cadence, and I find we're both synced up, more when I enter the cadence and the
That's an
rate.
interesting observation. Do you think you're both trying to enter each other's cadence and you
Yeah,
create a neutral cadence? Or are
entering
you,
each other's zone, and we
yeah,
start to have a lot of body language understanding right out of the gate. Somebody I
that's
haven't
so
known for
cool.
a while, and it's like I don't I identified that, learned that, and taught myself to really integrate that, because I'm
Mm,
not particularly great with languages, but I'm really good at body language.
you're good
So
with people.
I'm good
Yeah.
with people in general. So you know, it's a comfort thing, right? If the act of the art of making somebody feel comfortable, no matter what language they're speaking, is my goal, right? That's where what I find where you get the best engagement. So I'm trying to make up for my lack of skill in one area and use my skill in another area too. And in sales, you just gotta adapt to survive, as they say,
Yeah. Yeah, for
um,
sure.
especially
Yeah.
international sales. But I
But yeah, I bet you there's a lot of subtlety in that because we like all have, different species in our households that we somehow communicate with as well, right? Like they're not even human, and we can figure out what like dogs and cats and things that are in our
sure.
household want.
Yeah, you're around them enough. You're like, you've never seen this particular dog in your life before, but you've been around so many dogs, that dog's not very happy, I don't think, or that dog's really happy, or,
Hmm.
that dog's hungry, or,
Yeah, my
um,
dogs are always hungry. What the heck?
do you feed them dry food or I've seen some pretty crazy food lately. You can
Yeah, I
have
feed
stuff
them
that,
dry food. I know some of my friends do like the raw, like because they're like
yeah,
dogs eat raw meat, so we're gonna feed them raw meat, right? I just feel like there's just too many things that I have to watch out for in terms of like bacteria to worry about giving anything raw, anything. Like, it's not like they're killing it at that moment, right? Then I can protect it. But me being in charge of raw food is probably not a good idea.
Oh, I mean, I remember when I first moved into an apartment, I got sick off of, I didn't cook some chicken breasts correctly, and
Mm.
I got ridiculously sick. And another time, I wasn't paying attention. Raw chicken touched my hands, and I grabbed on something else and just had a little
Oh,
snack. Got sick on that one too. So now, like after
oh,
that, I was paranoid about like raw touches a dish or a pan or a bowl or whatever.
yeah.
That sucker's going to be dishwasher washed.
Yeah, I'm just so like what is that called when you like don't pay attention to certain things? Scatterbrained. I'm so
Scatterbrain.
scatterbrained when it comes to food because I'm not very hungry very often, right? So I don't know when things are in the fridge for longer than they should be. So my daughter always accuses her. She's like, "You're trying to poison us half the time because this is expired." And I'm like, "Okay, if I can't even pay attention to human food with expiration dates, I'm not dealing with raw food for dogs."
Yeah, I hear you. I think I've avoided that, by I have like a bunch of like sparkling water like lining the shelves of my refrigerator. So I don't
I love sparkling
use
water.
it as I don't like completely empty it. I'm always refilling it. And it just takes up enough space where I can't really accumulate much in the fridge anyway. It's just like water. It's never going to go bad. Although they put an expiration date on that too, which I have no idea why.
So I mean the bubbles aren't as bubbly.
This carbon dioxide will begin to separate after 9 months. Beware.
I mean, you're barely home too. Like you can be away from home for a long time. It's probably
Oh,
not a
I
good idea
time
to
it.
have just foods around.
I have timed it. Like the blueberries will hit the freezer. That's fine. The bagels and the bread can hit the freezer because frozen bread's fine for just the basic stuff. But watching out for the organics, the fruits, try not to accumulate too many
Yeah.
like
Do you
lettuce.
feel like the organic fruit's gotten worse in terms of shelf life? It used to be that I buy raspberries and I can have them in the fridge for a week. Now I feel like I bought them yesterday and they're
Oh, I
moldy today.
yeah, I don't know. I think the organics less. Yeah, they when I was saying organics, I was just thinking about like organics and
Oh, oh.
as
Mm.
in
Things
vegetables.
that can break down.
Anything
Yeah.
that's going to have was a living thing and it's going to break down. But yeah, no, I have had less luck with organic anything lasting longer. It's
Yeah.
lasting. It's shorter in general. The only thing I've had success with that's sort of organic is the Strauss Creamery
Oh,
milk
those are so good.
jugs.
With the little thing on top.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and you got to kind of get the knife in there and stir it up and get the
Do you
milk.
stir it up or do you take it and put it on a piece of bread and eat it?
I stir it up.
Oh, you should eat it. It's so
I
good.
never thought about that.
It's
Hmm.
cream.
All right. All right. Yeah, because I mean, even Trader Joe's carries that, and it's
Hmm.
just sitting there. You bring back the glass jug when you want to recycle it. But that's
Doesn't
that.
that make you feel old-fashioned-y? Like, look at me, I've got a glass jug of milk.
Yes, yes, very old-fashioned.
Like the milk delivery man
milk.
back in the
It's
50s.
like I can like put my blinders on. No, no, the delivery person brought this milk. It was not me that bought it at the store.
No, no,
That's,
no, no.
no. We would never do this. No, not possible. Only with the barbecue sauce. That's right. Yeah.
So, party at Mike's house, there will be barbecue and Strauss milk. Very old-fashioned-y.
Speaking of which, after this, after work today, I will go to the grocery store.
That was a long delay just to tell us you're going to the grocery store.
I will go to the grocery store in a moment. But yeah, I mean, the Trader Joe's I like is just very simple. There's not like a whole like two sides of the grocery store. You don't have
I
like
can't go to regular grocery stores anymore. It's just too much, man. I guess that's way too much stuff. Like Trader Joe's, segregated. I know exactly where things are. There's not too many options, you know? Decision fatigue is a thing.
right. Yeah, it's like 10 different blueberry options. I'm good with just two. We're good.
Mm-hmm.
Although the bagels, that's the one disappointment I have at Trader Joe's is like their bread selections.
I get mine from Costco because you can get like 2 sleeves of different bagels for the same price
Oh,
as
right.
1 sleeve at Trader Joe's.
Right. That's true. Yeah.
But then who the heck eats that many bagels?
Yeah, I don't
I end up freezing them.
exactly. But bagels frozen are not bad because what I end up doing is instead of toasting it for one cycle, I'll just toast it for 2 cycles when it's frozen,
Mm-hmm.
and it works out great. With the Ninja uh,
Ooh.
countertop oven and air fryer. Yeah. Oh, I did get another Ninja thing. It's a pizza oven.
How much
So
space do you have on your counter?
it's not on my
That would.
counter. It's outdoor. It's on the patio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of the Ninja stuff I have is outdoor. One's like a grill, it's just an electric grill instead of a gas grill, and then the other one's this pizza oven, and they're not very big.
Mm.
It's maybe 12-inch pizzas is what it can handle. It's even got a pizza stone in it, so you can
Ooh.
put flour on the bottom of the pizza. It's got a pizza peel. Never used one of those before. It's got that.
What in the world is a pizza peel?
It's the thing with the flat thing with the holes on it that you use to carry the pizza to get it off the stone. Yeah.
Did not know that's what it was called, even though I grew up with my parents owning a pizza place on the beach.
What?
Pizza
Something every
peel.
day, sir. I learned my parents own a pizza place on the beach.
Mrs. T's Pizza in Imperial Beach.
Look at that. Well traveled and also well restaurant ownered.
It taught me not to be a restaurant owner because, man, that is a grueling life. The margins are so small.
That was Taco Bell for me. I worked at Taco Bell for 3 years. It was 3 years. I can't get back and don't want
Is
to
it
repeat.
true that the beef is mostly, what is that called? The vegetarian one? What is the vegetarian beef called?
I don't know these days. I mean, back then,
Tempeh.
I mean, back in the day, it was just the lowest of the low ground beef.
Grade.
Very greasy, like really, like the frozen pack of beef had a whole thing of, oil on top of it, of course, solidified.
Somebody was
And
telling me Jack in the Box tacos are mostly soy. I was like, oh, that's why they're so cheap.
I wouldn't
Like
be
mostly
surprised.
filler.
Yeah. Jack in the Box, anything off that sort of side menu at Jack in the Box
Side menu.
comes out of a box.
Do you know
and,
I live in that side menu? That's the best stuff. Is in the side menu.
Well, I'm here to give you a recommendation to evict yourself from that side of the menu and never go back there again, because that side menu's pretty much coming out of a box with plastic wrappers that they throw into a microwave and then throw it into a box with a package on it. There's nothing handmade about any of that.
Well, yeah, it's fast food.
It's fast food, but I mean, you know what Taco Bell's like most famous thing in the industry has nothing to do with the beef or tacos or anything like that. It was the beans. They had perfected a way to freeze dry beans and make them extremely, light transport. All you had to do was put them in a pan with hot water, soak for 30 minutes, and you had the famous Taco Bell refried beans. But the actual bag that made one pan, incredibly light. So the shipping costs were extremely low. I think that they had some IP behind it. I don't know if it's no
How do
longer.
you know these things?
Well, I mean, we would have management come by.
Oh, because you used to work there.
We were a
That's why,
corporate-owned store,
yeah.
so we would have
Yeah.
management come by, and they would, if you shooting the breeze, you'd have conversations about stuff. And we were owned by
I can't
Pepsi.
imagine you at Taco Bell. Were you that as tall as you are now when you worked there?
Oh, not quite. I grew a little bit after that. I was like 6'4", 6'5". I dressed up as
Still tall.
Bullwinkle,
Oh,
and
pictures, or it didn't happen, Mike.
I got pictures.
Oh, you
yeah.
got to send it to me.
None of them are digital.
Tune
but-
in to this episode so you can see Mike in a Bullwinkle costume.
So, 2 memorable sponsorships that Taco Bell had in the 90s. One, the Rocky and Bullwinkle movie. If you remember that one.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was Demolition Man with Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, yeah.
We're the only restaurant, and it had Sandra Bullock in it too.
Mm-hmm.
The only restaurant in Demolition Man is Taco Bell. So let's go have Taco Bell. See people all dressed up going to Taco Bell. Anyway, for Rocky and Bullwinkle, our store manager had a great idea to invite out senior management and have 2 of their employees dress up as Rocky and Bullwinkle. And of course, Bullwinkle's this big, gigantic moose So I stood out in front of the Taco Bell for 2 days and, loitered while we were getting
Loitered.
customers, and kids would want to come by and take pictures with us, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
So shall I call you Moose from now on, not a squirrel?
The Moose. Yeah, there we go. There we go. You have Rocky and Bullwinkle right here on the Helical Brew.
Moose and squirrel.
That was a squirrel. Yeah, they were. I don't even remember Bullwinkle's or Rocky. I don't remember the voice. I was going to do like a voice thing, but I can't remember. I'd have to watch some footage.
I don't remember either. It's been a while. I remember Natasha's voice though.
Ah, yes. That's right. What a weird show. The Pink Panther, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
I mean, Rocky and Bullwinkle, I think, because it was during, the Cold War, right? So it just kind of got out our outlet for what was happening there.
Sure. Right. Natasha was the sound of the Soviets.
Pink Panther was just all around weird. I just don't understand that show.
I just remember that. That would come on. I mean, that was still being, televised. That was crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm dating myself massively.
This is what happens when you're Gen X, ladies and gentlemen. You watched a lot of TV because you were left home a lot by yourself.
Yeah, Gen X. Yeah. We're like the reference generation now because we're all in our 40s and going 50s. So
I'm 25. Stop it. What are you talking about?
I am. There are those outlier Gen Xers
that are 25.
Somehow managed to stay 25. I'm not saying it's not possible. Not denying it.
We were also the guinea pigs for schooling. I don't know how many times we were in school that they were like, we're going to try this new way of doing things. Do you remember the block schedule? Suddenly classes were an hour and a half each and on different days or something. Oh my God. And then they changed it the next year. And it was how are you expecting us to be academically engaged if you keep changing school?
Yeah. It's just the grand experiment. They're like, it won't affect the kids at all. We can just change this on a dime. No problem. Mm-hmm. Let's just turn, steer, pivot, whatever they wanted to call it. And also the testing programs, too, were quite dynamic at that time. In Texas, we had a test what was it called? The TASP, Texas Assessment of, I don't know, something. And you had to pass that test to be eligible to go to an in-state school. You could still get a diploma without it. It wasn't even part of the school. It was just if you wanted to go to a state university, which I thought, in hindsight, I'm like, it's not a bad idea. It's like you're getting.
But that's when entrance to those state universities was easier, I think, right?
Oh yeah. No, I hugely benefited from that. I was not a particularly high ranking student. I was healthily in the top half of my class of 700 or whatever. Yeah.
Wait, was our generation also the last generation that the SATs were what is it, 1,700 or 1,800? Now they're 2,400?
I want to say 1,600.
Was it 1,600? Yeah.
I mean, we have our computers. We can let our fingers do the talking.
I'm looking it up right now.
SAT max.
Yeah, because it was 800 and 800. You're right. So the max was 1,600.
2025 max score. Well, the maximum score of the SAT in 2025 and any year is 1,600. So it's still 1,600. It's just.
No, there was a year that it was 2,400.
Oh, I don't know.
Right?
I mean, AI is telling me is saying it's. Yeah, I mean, maybe they messed around with it. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
This is what happens when you haven't taken the SAT in so long.
And if I remember right, gosh, I don't know why this is a vague memory, but SAT, you had an essay thing, right? Wasn't there a part of it was an essay?
There's a math section, an evidence-based reading and writing section. And part of that was an essay, I think.
Yeah, here it is. The SAT essay, yeah. Formerly a mandatory part of the SAT. I was now optional and being phased out in many locations.
I mean, it makes sense because, at the end of the day, they want to make their work easier for grading it, right? You can't grade it if you have to read essays.
Somebody had to read that, yeah.
Well, okay, so the maximum possible SAT score was 2400 before 2016. And that was like critical reading was 800, math was 800, writing was 800. And then it was redesigned to go back to the max score of 1600, which is what it was when I took it.
Yeah. Okay. So we were part of
So I
the.
remember my brothers got those high scores, and I was like, "Isn't it out of 1600?" And they're
Right.
like, "No, they changed it."
So we got the OG. Somebody after us got the non-OG,
Screwed.
and then it went back OG. Well, it
Back
didn't really
to
go
OG.
back OG because they got rid of the essay, so it went back to another form of it. Yeah, it basically got screwed. I mean, I thought the essay was great. I because it's one area that I did have. I was, for somebody who's going to be in the engineering space, I had a solid writing capability for, somebody who would be considered a math guy, but that always paid off. That's probably why I ended up in sales, because I had that kind of writing skill already
Will you
out of the game.
believe that it's already like almost 7 weeks that I've had this cough?
What's going on?
Yeah, it's like right here. But it's also like with a general like malaise where you feel like you're like low key fighting something. It's weird.
That is weird. Daughter having anything going on, or just
Just weird little me coughing all over the podcast. Sorry, audience.
does it interfere with sleep duration and stuff like that? Or
Yeah, it interferes with sleep at night, and then I love to laugh, and I can't laugh because I start coughing,
okay,
and then I can't like really run because you run out of air.
skateboard?
I haven't skateboarded for a while. The child is home for the summer, so
The child.
she has to be down with what I want to be down with.
The child is home. Of course you can't skateboard with that child at home. It's not possible.
They require too much attention. That reminds me, for some reason, because you were talking about Taco Bell being featured in Demolition Man, I wonder if they were to show falafel houses. Because, the Avengers movie, they ended up in a falafel house because of Robert Downey Jr.
Shawarma. You want to see some shawarma?
I wonder if shawarma sales went up.
I wouldn't be surprised. That line. I see that line being kind of referenced a lot out of all the Marvel Universe stuff, because it was at the end of the first Avengers movie, which I think was the most memorable one anyway. Yeah, I love shawarma. I mean, I'll dial me up. There's some great places in the Bay Area that I do miss because it's just not that common here in the Reno land.
Reno land.
Yeah, we've got really good like Vietnamese, and there's a Korean barbecue place that's kind of similar to the one we went to.
Oh,
it's,
with the same kind of music?
It wasn't quite the party. I mean, I could hear a little, like somebody was doing a birthday. I could hear it from the outside before we went in, but it was, yeah, my mom and I were just looking for a place to go try something new. Because even moving to a new place, you tend to get into a new routine. So I try to upset the balance and try something we've never tried before, and that wasn't too bad. Yeah, that place we went to, Mira Mesa, was just absolutely bonkers.
I'm just gonna take you to different Korean barbecue houses every time you come down.
That's fine. Let's see if we can find one where I don't. My clothes are not flammable after I.
It's impossible. You're sitting next to the grill. You're gonna smell.
Yeah. No,
You know what I was thinking? We should ask for topics from our audience. Like, what would you like to see on the show?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, sir. So let's use this opportunity. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Well,
if your topic is picked, we might invite you to be on the show.
Exactly. And why not? Because this is the Unfiltered Brew. You can hop in on Riverside. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Just bring a microphone or a headset. Always the safe route. Instead of being on a Zoom call, you'll be on the Helical Brew. So email it to us at helicalbrew@gmail.com if you have ideas for the show. We'll be happy to take a look at those and maybe be our next guest on an Unfiltered Brew episode here on the show. For more episodes, please visit our youtube.com @helicalbrew page, or just go to www.helicalbrew.com. And for the podcast folks out there, you can always subscribe on any of these platforms, but you can do the same on the podcast and get it automatically updated in your podcast feed on iTunes. Actually, it's not part of iTunes anymore. It's its own separate app. Apple actually separated out into the podcast app. And of course, on Spotify, that's just an app all by itself, or you can do it on the web. But with that, I think we can wrap up this episode of Unfiltered Brew, Call of Duty edition. And no, just kidding. Barbecue sauce. And we'll very good. And we need that contrasting. I think because in terms of like octave, Sura and I are very different. We're like on two different ends of the spectrum. You got a bell curve in the middle. We are left and right side of the bell curve. Maybe that's what we'll do next time. We'll do a duet of baby back ribs, barbecue sauce. Until next time, everybody, please keep it real. Make sure you brew it before you drink it. And we're going to call this episode of Helical Brew Fully Brewed. Thank you for joining us on the Helical Brew. We're glad to have you with us. For more episodes, please visit our website at helicalbrew.com. That's helicalbrew.com.
We are on different octaves, though. That's funny. Because I'm like high, and you're like low.
You and I ought to be doing cartoon characters, because you could totally do cartoon characters, and so could I. We could do like